delay, as outlined in court documents, centered on the claim of substantially new conduct alleged in an expanded indictment filed earlier this month, along with the ongoing production of evidence by the U.S. government. They argued that this additional time was necessary for Combs to adequately prepare his defense. However, Judge Subramanian appeared unconvinced, stating that there was no reason to believe the defense lacked sufficient time with the trial roughly a month away. In another significant ruling during the hearing, Judge Subramanian granted a request to allow alleged victims, named as victims 2, 3, and 4, in the indictment to remain anonymous throughout the trial, using pseudonyms. The judge cited common practice in sexual violence and trafficking cases, emphasizing the importance of treating alleged victims with dignity and privacy. He stated there was no clear reason to make their names, addresses, and places of employment public. Interestingly, Diddy's defense team actively pushed back against the use of pseudonyms, arguing that these alleged victims had already given public interviews about Combs. However, the prosecution countered that these interviews may not have included all the explosive details of the alleged events, thus not waiving their right to anonymity. A point of contention also arose regarding jury selection. Prosecutors expressed concerns about potential jurors disclosing sensitive personal experiences with sexual assault or violence in written questionnaires, fearing they might be hesitant about where those surveys would go. They advocated for these disclosures to occur verbally during individual interviews. The defense, on the other hand, argued that some jurors might be more comfortable disclosing such sensitive information in writing. Ultimately, a compromise was reached. The questionnaires will include a box allowing potential jurors to choose whether they prefer to discuss their experiences verbally or in writing. Adding another layer of complexity to the impending trial was an extensive debate lasting over an hour regarding the potential exclusion of testimony from Dr. Dawn Hughes, a clinical and forensic psychologist. The prosecution argued that Dr. Hughes, presented as a blind expert, without specific case details, could provide crucial context on fragmented memory, trauma processing, and coping strategies relevant to alleged victims of coercive control. They argued this could help jurors understand behaviors that might otherwise seem counterintuitive. The defense vehemently opposed this, arguing that Dr. Hughes had not interviewed any of the alleged victims, and therefore her testimony, filled with jargon and a patina of science, would be useless and meaningless, potentially confusing jurors or leading them to make unfounded inferences. Judge Subramanian deferred his final ruling on this matter, but indicated that only portions of Dr. Hughes's testimony would likely be allowed, and she would need to rephrase the term coercive control. In a surprising development,